Your salary went up, but your life got more expensive. Your savings didn't grow, but your stress did. So let me ask you one uncomfortable question. If India is growing so fast, why does the middle class feel poorer every year? This isn't emotion, this is math. Think about your daily life. Rent is high, school fees are higher, medical bills are unpredictable, EMIs never seem to end. Earlier, one salary could run a household. Today, even two salaries feel insufficient. And here is the most dangerous part. Most people think this feeling is personal failure, but it's not. Because when we look at the data, tax data, inflation data, income data, a very disturbing picture emerged. The Indian middle class is not moving forward. It is running faster just to stay in the same place. Let me show you how. Income versus inflation. Imagine your wallet as a balloon. Inflation keeps pumping air into it, making everything cost more. Your salary growth is supposed to stretch that balloon. But for India's middle class, those earning roughly 5 lakh to 1 crore rupees annually, the balloon is barely expanding. Let's look at the number. According to the tax filler data, average middle class income was 10.23 lakh rupee in 2012 to 13. By 2023-24, it rose just 10.69 lakh rupees. That's over 10 years. Now here is the catch. The increase is nominal terms, no inflation adjustment. But India's average consumer price inflation from 2010 to 25 was 5.86 annually. Over 15 years, prices became 2.66 times higher. So what does this mean actually? Your 10 lakh salary in 2013 buys half as much as today after adjusting for inflation. It is like your real income has been cut in half. Your real income hasn't grown, it's shrunk. This is why one income no longer works, dual income feels mandatory, and still families feel squeezed. Where the money really goes. Now let's talk about where your money disappears. Rent. In cities like Mumbai and Bangalore, rent rise up to 5 to 8% every year. If you paid 20,000 per month in 2010, you're easily paying rupees 50,000 or more by 2025. Same house, same city, very different stress. Education. School fees they are inflating at around 6% annually. Today, private school fee range from 30,000 to over 10 lakh rupees per year for a child. Engineering degree from top institute cost rupees 4 lakh per year. Parents are dipping into savings, taking loan, sacrificing retirement. Education, once a ladder, is becoming a debt trap. Healthcare, the biggest shock. Healthcare inflation runs at 10 to 14% per year, highest in Asia. Let that sink in because 35% of Indians suffer from chronic diseases like diabetes, but the availability of doctors are at zero point 0.7 doctors per thousand people. 62% of medical bills are paid out of pocket. A single hospitalization can cost rupees 1 to 2 lakh. One illness can erase your years of savings. EMIs are also another silent killer. With stagnant income, families borrow for homes, cars, wedding, even medical emergencies. And because of these unavoidable spending, household debt is rising, interest rate fluctuate, EMIs stretch longer, you borrow to maintain dignity. But inflation makes your repayment brutal. This is why groceries shock you, why vacation feel guilty, and why retirement feels impossible. India is growing, but you're not. On paper, India looks unstoppable. There is no doubt in that. GDP growth is 6.5% in financial year 2024-25. Quarterly growth touched 7.8 to 8.2%. Sensex and Nifty rose 8 to 10% in 2025. So, where is this growth going? Corporate profits are 15 years high, but salary hikes, average hike 9 to 9.5. Real wage growth for salaried middle class workers have been stagnant or negative for years, often 0.4 to 0.5 percentage annually over the past decade, or even declining 1 to 6 percentage in real terms since pre-pandemic levels. That means your raise barely covers rising bill, let alone build wealth. This is called a K-shaped economy. Top rises, bottom gets welfare, and middle gets crushed. Why the middle class is hit hardest? Inflation is a silent tax. Poor households get subsidies, rich households own assets that beat inflation. The middle class, no subsidies, no asset protection, essential eat 60 to 80% of income. Inflation tax you daily, quietly. Another reason is tax structure. In financial year 2024-25, personal income tax collection hit 12.90 lakh crore rupees, slightly edging out corporate tax at 12.40 lakh crore rupees. That means salaried individuals and middle class professionals now contribute more to direct tax than big corporations. Only 7 to 10 crore Indians file income tax return, mostly you. Indirect tax formed about 40 to 43% of tax revenue, but for middle class households spending 60 to 70% of income on consumption, this hit hardest. Fuel tax are among the world's highest. The poor are outside the tax net, the rich minimize tax legally, the middle class pays reliably. Job exists, but good jobs don't. Unemployment has lowered up to 5.1% in August 2025, but gig or platform work exploded to 12 million in 2024 to 25, projected to 23.5 million by 2030. Flexibility sounds great, but reality, no fixed salary, no PF, no health cover, income volatility. Over 82% of gig workers remain informal, facing low wages, algorithmic control, and zero security. Automation and gig shift threaten 20 million jobs per some estimate. Pensions are disappearing, stress is rising. You earn, but your future feels fragile. Basic dignity is privatized. Think about this. For a decent life, you now need private education, private healthcare, private housing, and private transport. Public spending on health 1.9 to 2% of GDP. Education 4.6% of GDP. So you pay twice taxes, private fees. That's a financial exhaustion. The political reality. The Indian middle class is large, 400 to 600 million people, but politically quiet. Politics focus on welfare for the poor, incentives for big businesses. The middle class is expected to pay tax, adjust, stay silent. Lower urban voter turnout means less attention, less relief, more pressure. In Indian politics, noise matters more than numbers. Why this matters for India? A shrinking middle class means lower consumption, rising household debt, saving at a 48-year low in 2025. Debt to GDP rose 41% with no housing loan, surging for lifestyle and essential. But more importantly, a weak middle class weakens democracy. Because strong middle classes demand accountability, institution, stability. This is not just your personal struggle, it is a national warning sign. Understanding this is the first step. Talking about it is the second step. And demanding better policies is the third. If this video made sense to you, you are not alone, and that's where the real change begins. If this video resonates with you, comment the middle class is squeezed. Like and share if this need to be discussed. Subscribe for more data driven current affairs. Remember, you're not failing, the system needs fixing, and it starts with us speaking up. Thank you for watching till the end. Let's build a stronger middle class and a stronger India. See you in the next one.